You guys, welcome to my campus parking lot. We're filming here because to film in the Performing Arts Building, you hear all different kinds of instruments and all different kinds of singing. So we are just here in the parking lot where there's a little more peace and quiet. If I'm being honest, Q1 of 2023 was my lowest of the entire year last year. If you look at any of my old TpT videos, I'll put the whole playlist up above in the cards, you would see why. From posting only seasonal products far too late, having no correspondence, and having no ways for people to find me off of TpT, it was just not a good time. But I remember sitting in my office filming one of these videos and saying I was going to use this as a learning experience. And I think a year later, I can say that we have absolutely done that. Our sales so far for 2024 have seen an increase of over 400% and have made me a total of... Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video has been a long time coming. Like I mentioned in the intro, Q1 of 2023 was not the best time for me. If you have been around here for a while, my very first month ever selling was August of 2022, and I made somewhere in the ballpark of $150 in my first month, and my naive self thought that it would just go up and up and up and up from there. But 6 months later, in February of 2023, I made $42-ish in sales. And as of right now, we're just gonna look at February. It is currently February 21st. So we still have an entire week to go in this calendar month. Let me look at last year. Yes, like I mentioned, last year I made a total of $42.19 for the entire month of February. And this year, we have seen a total so far in the first 21 days of $211.58. Now, I will do an entire Q1 income report, so you'll be able to see all the numbers and comparison between January, February, and March. But in today's video, I just wanted to talk about how, and I titled this, how I'm doubling my numbers. And I titled it that because if I put January in the first 3 weeks of February, it's still a little bit more than double, but I didn't want to title a video like it's 5 times as much. So just for simple title's sake, I wanted to talk about just how I am improving my numbers, just small things that I am doing here or there. I still consider myself a newbie seller. It's been a year and a half, and boy, have we learned a lot. There are some times, you guys, where I will just watch other TpT YouTubers while I'm in the car commuting to and from my teaching job. And every once in a while, the algorithm will serve me my own videos. I don't know why, but sometimes I will even hear like, hey guys, it's my first month on TpT. I'm so excited. And I look over and it's me. And it is just so surreal to have those videos to look back on. But really quickly, if this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. My name is Kristen. I am a current college faculty member, online teaching resource developer. I also do teach online. I do a little bit of everything, but on this YouTube channel, which has honestly just become like, I don't want to say a passion project. It's almost like this is my comfort. I can just come here and talk to you guys about online teaching stuff, because talking about that with my faculty members, they're like, what are you talking about? But anyway, here on this channel, we talk all things online teaching, in-person teaching, course creation, and everything in between. Be sure to click that little red subscription button and the bell down below so you are updated each and every time we post a video here on this channel. Like I mentioned, I will have a Q1 income report and comparison video coming out in early April when we do finish Q1 of the year. Question of the day, teachers. How have your 2024 sales been? On some of the forums, Instagram, Facebook groups, I've seen some people say that this is not a good time for them. One of my students has a callback for a lead in a show. Sorry, I will mute that. But like I was saying, some teachers have expressed concern over low numbers. They don't know what's going on. And if I'm being honest, that was me last year. I had come off this great high of making over $100 in my first month ever. And then February rolls around 6 months after starting, and boom, I hit 42 sales. And I was like, what's going on? What am I doing wrong? So if you are that person, please know, this is not like a humble brag statement in this video, just please know you are not alone. If you want to, I will even link the videos down below in the description box and up above in the cards of me talking about this and how I honestly said I failed Q1 because I truly did. But then I took time and I invested resources and development to kind of learn how to make improvements. And that's what we are going to talk about today. You've clicked subscribe, you've hit the thumbs up button, you've left a comment down below, which PS, if you do have a TpT shop, please link it down below. Or if you make videos on TpT, Teachers Pay Teachers, let me know down below. I literally watch as many as I can. You guys are literally filling in for my lack of podcasts in my life when I commute to and from school. So please let me know down below. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get chatting about how I have improved my numbers this year as opposed to 2023. First thing I did, which I honestly think attributed to much of this success, is I focused on evergreen products. Last year, I think I just took a couple products that were selling okay, and I decided to put some hearts on them and call them Valentine's Day or President's Day or whatever else it was. And this year, those products had already sat on TpT for a year, so they were hopefully easier to find in the search engine. PS, last year I posted my seasonal resources like Valentine's Day less than a week before Valentine's Day. Do not do that. But this year I focused on evergreen products. So the products I made between January 1st of this year to now are things that teachers can use year round. Any month, it is something that they could use. Now, did I make any seasonal products for February 2024? Yes. Yes, I did. But rather than just focus on one holiday, for example, Valentine's Day is one day, I focused on things like Black History Month, which takes up the entire month. Now, for me and my background, I made resources about music and jazz and the history, and I was able to make really good resources and packets and product lines that serve teachers the entire month of February and not just that one day. Now, I did make some really, really cute Valentine's Day cards for music teachers, and I know the holidays already passed, but I was so proud of them. I'm gonna put them here on the screen. I loved it. I love those cheesy, like, life would be flat without you. I loved it. I put that up. That, to my knowledge, off the top of my head, was my only Valentine's Day resource I added. I focused again on products that would serve me through the entire month of February and, like we mentioned 5 minutes ago, evergreen products. The next thing I did, which I do owe you an entire separate video for, is I utilized my growing email list. About 3 months ago, I made a bunch of really fun products for music teachers. Some were free, some were paid, but either way, there were little extra bonus features. They didn't need these bonuses to play the games, but it just helped enhance the experience if the teachers wanted them. And how did they get those bonus features, you may ask? By joining the mailing list. As of right now, I have 211 people on my mailing list, and I do not spam my subscribers. I try to leave a message every 2 weeks max, sometimes just once a month, but now I at least check in. How is the month going? What are you working on? Here's what I'm working on. Here are things that I think would help out teachers. So I can't sit here at this point and say, oh, my sales are better because I'm using my email list. I have not actually looked at the numbers and the data to see where these sales are coming from just yet. That will come on that income report I've been talking about. But utilizing that correspondence, letting them know, hey, here's what I'm thinking about, here's things that could help you out. And some teachers have actually responded. They've even asked, hey, do you have anything like this? And if I do, I send it. If I don't and I can't make it, I actually have no problem typing it in the search and sending them recommendations. I am not one of those like, it's me or no one. If some other teacher has a resource that is going to aid a teacher, I want to pass that along to them. But second on my list was definitely growing an email list. Third on the list, which is very, very similar, is consistent notes to followers. Now, if you've not gotten this update, you can now schedule your note to followers. So I already went ahead and I made sure that I had a note going out every single week for the entire month of February. There was a day, I think all of my sophomore students had like auditions for productions on campus. So I just sat down, I had like 2 hours of a gap between my lessons. So I just sat down on the on-campus coffee shop and just typed out some notes to followers. Now, did I have to think, what would I say on Valentine's Day week at the end of January? Yes. But was I thankful to not have to worry about that when that week came? Absolutely. If you guys want to see a behind the scenes look of how you can schedule notes to followers, let me know down below. I'd be happy to make that for you guys. Oh, and the last thing that I have done, and I really need to get better at, is utilizing Pinterest. Anytime I make a product and it goes up on TpT, I've made the habit of going right away and clicking on the little icon that sends a little pin of the cover as a pin on Pinterest. I probably said that wrong. I would like to go later and make better pins. I know when we post on TpT, our covers are square, and I know they want something more like vertical and not square. So I'd love to go back in and try something out. I don't have the time right now, and I'd like to get focused on some products that I want to come out in March and April. But if I had the time to do it, I would take a little bit more time and just make a little vertical pin. But I do make a point, once a product is in my shop and available for purchase, I do just go click share and make a pin. So all in all, it's focusing on evergreen products or monthly products that span over the course of the month and not just a day. My email list, my notes to followers, and Pinterest. Honestly, this little graph I showed you at the beginning that showed you my growth from last year to the first 3 weeks of this year, honestly, these are the things that I did not do then that I am doing now. Could you say, well, Kristen, now you have hundreds more products in your shop and that's why? Yes, you could. But to that, I will tell you that a lot of the things that are selling are things I've made in my last like 6 to 8 weeks. So just kind of what I'm seeing. Again, I will go into full depth and detail when I do my Q1 income report. But that's it for this video, you guys. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!